Performances. Some stepped away from Hollywood, while others continued to evolve and inspire. What unites them all is the timeless impact they left on audiences worldwide. While fans remember her best for her 1980s roles, they admire her continued creativity, courage, and authenticity, which have made her a respected figure both on and off. Sea endures. Rosanna Arquette became a standout star of the 1980s with her role in Desperately Seeking Susan, 1985, where her quirky charm and authentic comedies of the 1990s. At 63 years old, Meg Ryan is celebrated as one of the most iconic actresses of her generation. Though she stepped back from acting, though she has faced personal challenges over the years, she remains a beloved pop culture figure. Fans celebrate her as one of television's most glamorous stars of the night. Known for her beauty, charisma, and on-screen magnetism, Locklear perfectly embodied the stylish and dramatic flair of the decade, making her one of the most alluring and sought-after actresses of the decade. At 71 years old, Kim Basinger remains admired for her beauty and talent. She later won an Academy Award for a magnetic screen presence. Her breakout came with 9.5 Weeks, 1986, a bold and provocative role that solidified her as a Hollywood star. Charm and adventurous characters, she became one of the most recognizable sci-fi and fantasy actresses of the decade, embodying the spirit of bold, imaginative, and charisma that defined the era. Catherine Mary Stewart made her mark in the 1980s with starring roles in cult favorites like The Last Starfighter, 1980 of audiences, and became a symbol of the decade's playful spirit. She first turned heads in The Woman in Red, 1984, establishing herself as both remembered for her iconic role as Sloane. Fans continue to cherish her as one of the decade's most beloved actresses, remembered with fond nostalgia. Kelly LeBrock became alive. Mia Sara captured hearts with her breakout role as Sloane Peterson in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, 1986. Her beauty, elegance, and beloved stars. At 63 years old, Ali Sheedy continues to work in television, film, and theater. She has also become a respected acting teacher, mentoring the appeared in projects like The Boys and Cobra Kai. Fans celebrate her as an actress who successfully transitioned from 1980s stardom to a respected and enduring industry. Elizabeth Shue rose to fame with her role as Allie Mills in The Karate Kid, 1984, instantly winning audiences with her charm and charisma. She went with her energy, passion, and iconic dance sequences, which became defining moments of the decade. The film's success turned her into a cultural icon overnight. Though she franchises like Ant-Man, fans admire her ability to remain timeless, evolving gracefully while maintaining her reputation as one of the finest actresses of her generation. Breakout role in Scarface, 1983. Her stunning beauty and commanding presence made her unforgettable as Elvira Hancock. She followed with hits like The Witches. She continues to take on diverse roles while also embracing work as a producer and advocate. Fans celebrate her as a trailblazer who successfully transitioned from 19. She has built a multifaceted career. Fans admire her evolution while still treasuring her iconic roles from the 1980s. Demi Moore emerged as one of the bright star whose impact remains timeless. Molly Ringwald became the face of teen cinema in the 1980s thanks to her collaborations with director John Hughes, starring charm and spirit of adolescence. With her expressive performances and relatable characters, Ringwald became the ultimate teen icon of the decade. Influenced stars of the 1980s, breaking through with her role in St. Elmo's Fire, 1985. Part of the famous Brat Pack, she quickly established herself as a leading actress known in the 1990s with major box office hits. At 62 years old, Demi Moore remains an enduring Hollywood presence. Known for later films like Ghost and G.I. Jane, 80s starlet to one of the most powerful and respected actresses in the industry. Michelle Pfeiffer became one of the most acclaimed actresses of the 1980s. With her role, Michelle Pfeiffer continues to captivate audiences with her elegance and talent. She has taken on diverse roles in both film and television, from dramas to big-budget franchises. Chose to pursue education and be selective with roles. Her performance in Flashdance remains one of the most celebrated and influential portrayals of the 1980s. At 6, fans admire her ability to balance artistry with authenticity, appreciating her legacy as both a groundbreaking performer and a thoughtful advocate in the entertainment. Elizabeth Shue continues to impress with her versatility. She received critical acclaim for her Oscar-nominated performance in Leaving Las Vegas, 1995, and has a charm and emotional depth. Sheedy brought authenticity to every role. Her performances helped shape the teen film landscape of the decade, making her one of its most enduring, and warm presence made her the perfect counterpart to Matthew Broderick's Ferris. She went on to appear in films like Legend, 1985, and Time Cop, 1994, establishing herself as a versatile actress who could shine in fantasy, comedy, and action, leaving a lasting mark on audiences throughout the decade. At 58, model and actress. Her striking beauty, combined with her lively screen presence, made her one of the most memorable stars of 1980s pop culture. At 65 years old, Kelly LeBrock lives largely outside the Hollywood spotlight, occasionally returning for small projects, while she focuses on family and personal life. And Night of the Comet, 1984. Her performances showcased both strength and warmth, earning her a loyal fan base, with her girl next and lasting contributions to the genre films that shaped their childhoods. Kim Basinger rose to international fame in the 1980s, captivating audiences with her stunning beauty. Confidential, 1997, cementing her reputation as more than a glamorous star. Though she works less frequently today, fans continue to celebrate her legacy as one of Hollywood's most unforgettable actresses, whose 1980s performances defined an era. Heather Locklear became a television favorite in the 1980s and 1990s. Meg Ryan rose to prominence in the late 1980s, becoming America's sweetheart with her radiant charm and relatable performances. Authenticity made her a perfect match alongside Madonna. She built a reputation for choosing offbeat, daring roles that showcased her individuality. Appearing in both independent films and mainstream projects, Arquette embodied the bold, adventurous spirit of the era, earning critical respect as well as a devoted fan following. At 66 screen. From Brooke Shields' teenage stardom to Meg Ryan's rom-com magic, the actresses of the 1980s defined an era of glamour, charm, and unforgettable. Join us in part 2 as we celebrate even more iconic women who shaped the decade and beyond. An unforgettable 1980s icon with her role in Weird Science, 1985. Playing the gorgeous, witty, and confident Lisa, she captured the imagination of her beauty, intensity, and screen presence. Throughout the decade, she built a reputation as both a teen favorite and a rising star, setting the stage for her dominance. Her unforgettable poolside scene turned her into an instant pop culture icon. She followed with films like Gremlins, 1984, and Shag. She is celebrated not only for her acting, but also as an author, advocate, and role model. Fans admire her resilience, elegance, and ability to reinvent herself across generations. Phoebe Cates became one of the most memorable faces of the 1980s with her role in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, 1982-1989, where her charm and girl-next-door appeal captivated audiences. Balancing beauty with approachable warmth, she quickly became a fan favorite, securing recognizable young stars of the decade. Beyond her films, she was often in the public eye, embodying the allure and excitement of Hollywood in the 1980s. At 60 years old, evolved.
We lived in Memphis till I was about 7. And Aunt Crystal came and visited us once, but you don't care about this.
Let's begin with one of the decade's already a successful child model. She transitioned into acting with remarkable ease. Known for her striking beauty and natural screen presence, she quickly became one of the most The 1980s brought us a dazzling lineup of actresses whose beauty, talent, and unforgettable performances defined an era. From teen icons to